So let's go ahead and get started. First is hunger reversed. Gemini, I feel like you're turning within and you're trying to discern what's the driving force behind you, what's going to get you excited about life. And I feel like there may be some confusion or maybe a bit of indecisiveness about that. But yeah, I feel like this is you searching for your passion, searching for your soul's purpose. It could be with career, but I think it's more personal. Like, what do you want to do with life overall? So I feel like that's something that you're focusing on right now. Up next is extremes reversed. Yeah, I feel like because right now we're completing karma, big cycles, and this is going to be going on through December. So you may hear me say this repeatedly, but big karmic cycles are completing, and this is stuff stemming back to 35 years ago. So it's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen in a week. It's going to happen in stages. So I feel like for many of us in the collective, that you may be battling some extreme emotions, maybe some highs and some lows, but that could also be amplified by the scorpionic energy that we're experiencing right now. Because Scorpio energy is very intuitive. It's also very watery and emotional. And, we have a full moon coming up next week in Taurus. And I feel like this could be perhaps exacerbating some of the emotional extremes you're experiencing. So just keep that in mind. Also be mindful that we are in Mercury retrograde. So that could be having an aspect, for what you're feeling. So be careful with your words, Gemini. Words matter. Energy behind the words matter. So you may or may not want to have difficult conversations if you're feeling emotional, because you may unnecessarily cause an argument or, a situation that could have been prevented had you wait another day or two, based on your emotions. So just some cautionary messages to carry you through the month of November. Mercury retrograde lasts until about the 22nd of November. So keep that in mind. It's kind of here to stay through Scorpio season. And then around the 23rd, we enter Sagittarius. So, all right. Lastly, you have pleasure. Yeah, I like this for you guys because I feel like, it goes hand in hand with the hunger card that came in reverse. I feel like you're finding your soul's pleasure. You're finding your life's purpose. What's going to bring you joy in life? And I feel like this is something that you're playing around with. And this could be part of the extreme emotions you may be feeling. So have fun with it. Tap into your inner childlike spirit. Just keep things light, fun, and playful. And just do what makes you happy and feels good to you. All right. So let me check in with the energy of your Celtic spread, Celtic cross. Just give me a minute to, I'm sorry. City living. Lots of ruckus outside, but just give me a minute to tap into your energy. Wow, lots of 777 on the ground. Yeah, okay. This is awesome. So, you're definitely, like I said, this is kind of going along with the themes. You're definitely doing what feels good and feels right for you. But I feel like what's important to you is abundance and success. And you're manifesting. Yeah. So central to your reading is the 7 of Pentacles reverse. So I feel like this is you kind of taking a moment to take stock of where you are with finances and where you are with your resources. This could be personal finances. This could also be something with a job. I think maybe some of you are thinking about moving. So if you're thinking about moving, like buying a house or changing cities or states, I think this is you really looking at your assets. How much debt do you have? How much do you have in savings? How much mortgage can you afford? What's cost of living like in the new area? So I feel like, you're making big changes and, you're being practical about it, because crossing you is Page of Pentacles. So more pentacle energy. And I feel like when the page comes in, this is manifestation. This is the energy of manifestation. So I think you're definitely focused on your future, and you're focusing on what feels right to you. You know, I feel like this, again, some of you are moving. You're moving residences, or you could be moving jobs. And I think in order for you to move a certain job, you're looking at, again, finances. It could be a pay cut, but, you know, I feel like it's something that's going to resonate with you at the soul level. So I think that's why you're looking at your finances. But I think some of you are also trying to go for promotion and set yourself up for something in the future. And you're looking at how much additional income you're going to have should the promotion go through. All right. Because foundational to you, 6 of Wands, success. So people are taking notice of you, Geminis. People are seeing you for you. They're like, yeah, Gemini's got it going on. You know, this is external rewards, external recognition. This could be success at work. This could be success in a community. This could be you achieving your goals. But yeah, this is external praise, and people are celebrating you. People are celebrating your victories, your achievements. So yeah, I feel like maybe some of you received a bonus at work, or an award, or some sort of like recognition in the community aspect. But this is external. And, you know, it's no wonder, because, I mean, you have the Page of Pentacles. This is, like I said, this is manifestation energy. The page follows the Ace of Pentacles in the deck. And, you know, aces always represent the potential for something to come in. So this could be indicative of a new offer of some sort. Okay. Oh, I like that. In your recent past, you have the 7 of Swords reversed. I feel like this is strategic planning. I feel like this is you, again, it kind of goes right along with the 7 of Pentacles that we're seeing here. And the way I'm interpreting it, and the way that the energy is coming through, this is you being strategic, but being private about it. I feel like this is you really assessing where you are in your current situation and status. And I feel like this is you just doing the analysis, doing the financial analysis to see if you can logically support this change, whatever the change means. Again, I feel that some of you are buying a house or moving. So yeah, so I feel like you're being strategic and kind of private about that. But if you're worried about a mortgage, or if you're worried about qualifying for a loan or anything like that, don't worry, because you have 8 of Wands coming in for you in your near future. This is fast, passionate communication. This is excitable energy. If you're hesitating about making a decision, or wondering if this is the right time to do something, the message is yes, it is. Go forth and prosper. Yeah. And what's interesting is that on your mind's eye, again, you have another 7 of Wands reversed. So you have 3 7s. Let me pull these out. You have the 7 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, and 7 of Swords all reversed. And I feel like with the Wands, you're being cautious. Again, you have the 7 of Swords being private and strategic. You have the 7 of Wands being cautious. This could be like being defensive, setting up boundaries, being unsure. But, you know, I feel like I think you're just being cautious. I think you're being smart about what this move means for you, what this victory means for you, because this is something celebratory. This is something victorious. So you're receiving something. This could be good news. This could mean your loan went through. This could mean that you got that job in a new city. This could mean that you got that promotion. So this is awesome. And I really feel that you're doing your homework. You're being smart and methodical and logical about this next phase in your life. And I feel like maybe the Wands maybe feel like a bit cautionary, just because it's sort of like setting up boundaries that I feel like it might be blocking your thoughts about, like, should I go forward? But you have the 8 of Wands, and yes, The message is yes, you should go forward, accept the offer, accept the loan, buy the house, move forward in your life, because this is an exciting time period right now for you all, Gemini. Okay? How you see yourself, 4 cups reversed. Meditating, stuck, uncertain. There's something that has you taking pause, because we see that with the 3 sevens, central to you, the reverse 7 of Pentacles, recent past, reverse 7 of Swords, and in your mind's eye, the 7 of Wands. And then how you are appearing, and this is, in the 7th position of your Celtic cross, you're being represented by the reversed 4 of Cups. Being stuck. Pausing, reflecting, meditating. And I feel like this could be you also checking in emotionally, because this is cup energy. This deals with your emotions, your intuition. And I think you're doing a check-in to make sure that all this aligns with you, and that this new opportunity is going to serve your highest good. So I do get the sense you really are being strategic and smart about this. In your environment, 2 of Wands, expansion, soul expansion. This is lining up with your soul's purpose. Yeah, absolutely. It's supportive. I mean, I feel like your environment is supporting what you're going through right now. You're checking in to see if this is going to line up with your soul's purpose and passion. And we talked about that. Oh my God. So here's some synchronicities. We talked about that in your theme cards. What's your soul's purpose? You're defining that. You're trying to figure this out. That's the first thing I said. You're feeling emotional about it, ups and downs, extremes. You just don't know. Go with what feels good to you. Pleasure. What's going to make you happy? Because this will help you define what your soul's purpose is. Oh, I love it. I love the synchronicities. And I feel like these 2 cards, the 4 of Cups reversed and the 2 of Wands upright, are absolutely reinforcing your theme cards. What's going to feel right for you? What does your intuition say? And is it really going to bring you the joy, the motivation, the fiery spark to enjoy life? That's what you're figuring out right now. That's what you're working through. Hopes and fears, King of Wands. I feel like this is you aligning yourself to tap into the King of Wand energy, leadership, courage, empowerment. I feel like this is what you're striving to achieve, to tap into, and that this is the energy you need in order to move forward with this opportunity. Perhaps some of you will be meeting a fire sign, a Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. This could be new love coming in. Or like I said, I get the sense that this is you tapping into the energy of the King of Wands to embody that persona, the archetype that's needed to propel you forward in future advancement. Outcome is the Ace of Swords. Clarity. Yeah, clarity. You're going to receive information that's going to clear up any confusion. Anything that's giving you pause, that's going to clear up these reversed 7s. You're going to know what you need to do. And it's going to come in for you real soon. Just flow with it. Don't rush the process. And trust that your spirit guides are here for you. Because this is a joyous moment for you. Yeah. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but there's some noise outside. Just give me a moment. Let me just check on something real quick. Jeez. I am so sorry about that, Geminis. I just had to make sure that there was a disturbance outside. And where I live, it's like if there's a disturbance outside, you kind of want to know what's going on. And I just want to make sure that there wasn't anyone outside causing like property damage. So all is well on my end. Could also be Mercury retrograde, just exciting people. But yeah, so anyway, let me just sort of get back into this. Again, apologies for the interruption. I just really needed to make sure that there was no damage to my property outside. Yes, you will receive clarity of mind, and you will receive new information. You will receive correspondence necessary to move you forward. I feel like because this is sword energy, this will be energizing you as an air sign, empowering you. Because bottom of the deck is the Magician card. You have the power to manifest anything that you want in this life. And I feel like this is an opportunity that you manifested. And now it's like, okay, it's here. It's here in the 3D. Holy cow, did I really do this? Did I really manifest? Yes, you did. Yes, you did, Gemini, and the time for you to act is now, to go forward, boldly forward in your future. Because underneath this, underneath the Magician card is the Sun card. Blessings. The sun is shining upon you. The sun is the happiest card of the deck. And there's no need to fret because your future is bright. Your future is so bright and abundant and fruitful. And if you're thinking about not going forward with this opportunity, you'd be a fool. You would have major regrets. So think about it, meditate upon it, because you are taking time to reflect with the Four of Cups. Align yourself with it, and you'll know you'll know what to do. You'll know exactly what to do because it's going to feel right for you. Okay? All right. Yes, this is your message. So like I said, you're pausing, right? You're pausing, you're unsure, you don't know how you feel about this. You're getting yourself into emotional alignment and spiritual alignment with this opportunity that's coming in. And you're hemming and hawing. Should I do it? Should I not? So, your first clarifying card is, fuck it. Yes, do it. Go for it. Live your best life. Whatever has you feeling stuck, whatever is holding you back, whatever has you doubting, fuck it. This is the time for you to move forward is now. The time for you to act on this opportunity is now. Yes. So go boldly forward into your future. You just have to get into alignment with it. And I feel like this card kind of represents the Four of Cups card, right? So this card for me, I like because it's a way to sort of talk about law of attraction and getting into alignment to have the universe meet you energetically. So right now, this is the card of focus. And I feel like the message for you is you're not quite clear about what you want in life or what you definitively want to settle upon. And you are waiting for that. And clarity is coming in for you. You know, you have the Ace of Swords. This is clarity. But it hasn't come in yet. So this is you lining up or doing the soul searching work to line yourself up with what you want. The way I like to describe this card is these arrows represent goals, hopes, dreams, wishes, anything that you're trying to manifest. And this is you telling the universe, I want this arrow to be a new relationship, for example. And you're going to start pointing and pointing and pointing until you find a direction that feels right for you. And you're like, yes, that's the direction I want to go in search of this relationship. So you pull back on the cord and you pull back and back and back and back until it can no longer stretch. And then you decide to release. And the moment you release that arrow, that manifestation, that intention, you have surrendered to the universe, and you're trusting that the universe is going to land that arrow exactly where it's meant to land for you. You're just telling the universe what you're intending, what you want to manifest, and you're pointing in the general direction. The universe takes control from there, and they decide, all right, here's where you are energetically, and this is the exact point where that arrow is going to land, which means that's what your manifestation is going to turn into in the 3D, essentially. And all that has to do with how you're lining up energetically with yourself. Are you focused? Do you know what you want? Because you can just be shooting arrows haphazard and be like, oh, I'm going to go over here and over there and blah, blah, blah. And you're just going to get junk, right? So if you are, for example, trying to manifest a relationship, you might manifest someone who's emotionally unavailable. You did manifest a relationship, but it's not a happy one. Because you're just like, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Kind of blasé about your focus. But if you want the real deal, then you got to do your homework. You got to do your healing work. And you have to really get clear and focus about what this arrow truly represents and be intentional about where you're going to shoot this arrow. Because that's when you really manifest the good stuff, what you really want. But you can't do it if you're unfocused. And this card came in for you out of balance. So that's the message. Get clear with what you want, with what these arrows represent, and make sure that they're lining up with your highest good. And I feel like you're doing that right now with this 4 of Cups energy, understanding your emotions and clearing out anything that no longer serves you, releasing that. So that way you can get into alignment and call in what you really want. Partnership. When this card comes in, this represents partnership between you and the divine. Again, it goes right along with this card, and it goes right along with what we just discussed with the focus card. You can't get clear and clearly manifest until you are in spiritual alignment with yourself and the divine. Okay? But have faith that everything's working itself out as it should. This is the faith card. It's kind of faint, but faith. And what it is it's showing a beautiful wintry forest up on top with a huge, intricate, complex, deeply rooted root system in the earth. This is getting grounded. This is having ultimate faith in the universe that you will manifest what you really intend to manifest.